Anyway, here we are. We're in Cities Skylines. We're here in Nighttown. Something like a cyberpunk type thing going on here. I'm playing on Emerald Archipelago, I think it's called. It might be Emerald Islands or something like that. I forget. I just installed it. My brain does not like short-term memory. Chat thingy is fine, says Jancic. I'm glad we got some support over there in the chat. So, little background, I've played Cities Skylines II before. I've played quite a lot of this game. It is one of my most played games in my library. I like to put an emphasis on aesthetics when I play this game. In fact, I think I'll load up one of my favorite maps here that I've made just to give you a quick preview of what I've done in the past here in Cities Skylines II. No guarantees we're going to reach 128,000 people in this playthrough. In fact, I've been known to spend about 3 hours making a single highway junction, but I don't think that will fly so well for a 3-hour stream. So here's a old map that I made a long time ago here. I'm pretty proud of this one. I thought we had nice division of neighborhoods going on here. I loved this little, I don't know what you would call this interchange, but it reminded me a lot of one that I have in my hometown where I grew up. A lot of space over there. This monster right here spent about 3 days probably on this interchange. And it has everything you could ever need from a highway. Yeah, we're going to be trying to make something sort of along the lines of this, just on a new map is all. Let me load in back to Nighttown. We're going to be starting from fresh. Janik, I know I keep saying Jancic. I think I said Jancic in my Derail Valley playthrough as well. I don't know where Jancic's coming from, but it's what I see when I see your name. So we're gonna just get started with a main street as you do in City Skylines. In fact, maybe I'll plan this out a little bit. We have this nice little cove right here. Could be good to get some properties around this cove. It doesn't strike me as a waterfront type of neighborhood here. This seems like it might be a stinky poo-poo cove. So we might just have the properties on the waterfront and the road set back a little bit. Nice little canyon there that takes us through to this bay. I would consider this a bay, maybe a slough even. Yeah, the little bay is nice. We got the big bay and the little bay. Sounds like some potential town names right there, in fact. Little bay and big bay. We have this little peninsula. It's on a bit of a hill. So this could be a recreational area, perhaps, like a little state park vibe. If you're familiar with Costa Rica, this is a little bit like a San Manuel. Is it San Manuel Park? Something like that, along those lines. Lin-Manuel Miranda Park. The cove could be an industrial. Yeah, we should take a look at our wind situation, perhaps. Well, it's blowing towards our national park area, which is pretty funny. Maybe not the best region there to put our industry down. Not a huge amount of buildable terrain. I am starting with all map tiles unlocked because I don't like the artificial limitations. Now this could be a good area for industry. This could also be a good area for a metropolitan region. We do have some rail. The game keeps stuttering like that. I'm gonna hope it's just because I started a new save here. We got a new chatter, Asteroid. I don't think I've seen you before. Oh, you're the one that said the Bay comment. Sorry, your name is all caps and I thought it was Janik, but no, it's Asteroid. So either industrial or urban over here, I'm thinking. We do have the rail connection, as I mentioned. Overall buildable areas, fairly limited. This is a good spot, maybe, for industrials because it just blows the pollution straight out of here. The only downside is we'd gotta build a big-ass bridge to get over there, which I'm not opposed to doing. We have $1 million here. So maybe we get started. We have some neighborhoods down here. Do I actually have like a terrain elevation map? Doesn't seem like I do. It has been a long time since I've played. Another little stutter there. We'll hope that stops. Has been a long time since I've played, so I don't remember all the hotkeys and all that jazz, but we'll get up to speed pretty quick. I have sunk hours into here, and I promise you I am still thinking about where I want to build everything. In particular, that industrial space. If we did a little oh, I have an idea. Okay, I have an idea. So this is the vision that I have. This little patch right here is going to be industry, at least beginner industry. We'll reserve this area for some metropolitan, higher density things. And then long term, my vision is obviously we're going to need a bridge here. So we could have an elevated highway come over here, go over all of this industry, as you might see in like a Philadelphia or a Boston, and then lower the highway again down over here where we'll have some high density. This is a nice little spot for a park too, potentially. All right, I'm willing to do that. Let's, I have no idea how money works in this game because it has been sufficiently long enough. Another fun thing I don't know is how to raise and lower roads, but it looks like it's page up, page down. Cool, all right. At least I know something here. We have medium roads here. Now, if I wanted to just build a big old bridge, $35,000, it wants to tell me. That's acceptable, I think. $30,000 if I lower the levels just a little bit more. There's definitely terrain overlay. There it is. Highway is too big for that. Not sure what you mean, Tap Tank. Too big for what exactly? For this little region here? Well, if we have skyscrapers here, surely the highway will not be too big. But that's talk for a long time from now. I think we get started with just our first road connection. I'm gonna commit to building the industry over on this side of the world, which means we'll start with some small residential neighborhoods here. I'm gonna actually, I think, get rid of some of this rail. Just pull it back a little bit. We'll come back to the rail once we have something to connect it to. We don't even have rail unlocked at the moment. Now, as for the road, obviously we have a well-established highway connection there. I'm thinking we might actually use this. And seeing as we're starting off very low density, I have no problem at all with just taking a chunk out of the highway like that. We'll get rid of those stoplights. Replace that with something a little more reasonable for a zero population city, and maybe do some natural curves here. I'm not opposed to natural curves. In fact, I quite like curves here. Unfortunately, the stuttering has not at all stopped. Has me worried it might be because of the recording going on at the same time. But I'll keep an eye on it. Hopefully it doesn't get too bad. Welcome to the viewers here tuning in. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for tuning in. Do be sure to check out my Open TTD series if you like the idea of games that look nothing like this. I'm going to try to conserve a little bit of funds. We have spent $30,000 overall now. And this is most likely going to be upgraded to a major highway at some point in the future. So I'm keen on maybe taking a little step off of it. We'll just make a nice intersection there. As you could imagine, we'll have some, what do you call it? The commercial district over here. Now, I'd love the idea this turns into a big bridge one day. For now, we're just going to cut across it. One day that will be an overpass, I think. Trying not to plan too much into the future because I don't know how far along we'll get. We have a little bit of waterfront road over here. This could be good for some commercial area as well. That's a little sharp of a turn there. Give me the free form control, please. All right. One tip I received a long time ago playing this game is that roads don't really ever just end in real life. They tend to just go on and on. So it's something like this. You know, obviously there's T intersections in real life, but when you're first getting started with the city, it's a good idea, in my experience, to just sort of add a little extra there, just so that you remember this is a road that may continue and go on to do bigger and better things. Let's get some alleyways in. I think we're going to start with these do these allow parking? Without sidewalks, traffic's in both direction. I don't know if it allows parking. I'm willing to find out though, or at least, yeah, I'm willing to find out. Let's get another kind of wiggly road coming into here. And then we'll do alleys for all of the residential that I want to squeeze into this little region here. So I'm gonna, as you could probably tell already, I'm gonna try to do a mix of grid placement here along with non-grid placement. Now, since these are residential roads, I'm gonna have them come pretty close to that little main street, but not actually connect. Instead, they'll just kind of turn up like that. Now, that might be a little strange. It is a little strange. So I'm gonna add some cul-de-sacs, I think, on the end there. One thing I completely forgot is that I have the zoning tools mod installed here, which is a very cool mod. Unfortunately, it's a little late to be using it because I just placed all these roads, but I can say, for example, let's just temporarily disable zoning on this road right here. If I can remember how this works. I think I want my zoning tool open, and then nope, doesn't seem to be working. It's always possible, of course, that the mods... Oh, I think I need to actually go to upgrade the road. So if I were to... Or, you know, I could just... No, I'll do it the right way. I'll do it upgrade the road, and then I have the zoning tool. I'll say no zoning, and then if I click on this... Okay, well... It appears this mod no longer works. The game was just recently updated, so you can expect that. What we'll have to do is just do this the old-fashioned way, which is with pavement paths here. So what I'm trying to do is get this cul-de-sac to have zoning on it. And so if I just build a path there, you can see it changes the zoning. And now we have a zone on that cul-de-sac. I can repeat this sort of wherever I need to get more zoning on there. I know we haven't even placed a building yet. Gonna have to bear with me as I get the basic idea of how I want the city to look down first. Looks like that's still, there we go. So now we got one zoning piece on here at least. I can place one there and then get rid of that. Hopefully that gives us 2 on there. So we're gonna have a bit of an empty spot here, but that's fine. I can put some trees in there. It's not my trick, Janik. Almost said Jansik again, but I appreciate it. It's likewise, we don't want any houses on these main roads here, so I'm gonna just do that trick again. We will put buildings on these roads, but since I'm gonna be zoning the houses first, I want the houses to be smaller, and so we're gonna just kind of chop off a load of zones there. A load of zona. This can all be commercial, I'm thinking. What I will do, though, is just put a zone down the middle, or a path down the middle. So this will prevent huge buildings from spawning. And now I'm going to play with it as I start zoning for reals. But right now, this is the general idea. Let's get some more streets in here, some more residential land. Just going out this way. Unfortunately, this didn't really line up, but I'm totally okay with that because I don't want giant pieces of land in there. Or giant properties, I should say.
And we're pervading some of the finest classical music on the air. Keep that dial right here.
Now, if I think about this,
warm temperatures across the region
tell me if the radio's too loud, by the way, but I'm trying to like visualize how these people will behave in this neighborhood. Obviously, they're going to be living in here. This is going to be an a city block. So then what really goes on this side? Probably another commercial block. And then more houses. So what I'm gonna do is have this side of the town be a little more wavy and wiggly with the zoning or with the roads, the road placement. So we'll start with just coming straight off. I'm gonna want a connection here as well, I think. I like this strategy of just kind of like building the intersections first and filling in the middles as you go. Maybe we have like another 2-laner come in this way. And then we can have an alleyway connection on this side. It makes more sense really to do it like that. Oh, not like that. But continuing roads where you can. And we'll continue this one all the way through, I think. And we'll get rid of some of these stoplights. And also make some no left turns. Alright, I could buy that. We are going for a little bit more of an organic feel, so to that end, let me just sort of get a little wiggly wobbly here. And then this one I'm actually gonna redo so that it's straight. Come straight out of here, yeah. That's it's okay. I could live with it. Who is talking? Keeper Knightley is talking. Did you hear the other voice? Yeah, that would be the Chirper Radio, I guess. I don't know if it's actually called that. It's a feature of the game. It's a little radio that they have. It's when you're playing by yourself, it's actually a lovely little feature, I think. Not sure if everyone would agree with that. There we go. I mean, it's certainly a weird layout on this side, but that's okay. Weird layouts are fine, and I'm going to make it even weirder here now. I just, you know, when in doubt, turn off the snapping and just see what happens. We're going to have lots of little cul-de-sacs here. Oh, you know what? It would kind of be nice to come through, yeah, like that. I don't like that. We're gonna get rid of that part. What we can do is have it come off here, maybe. And maybe this one's just straight. We'll put the cul-de-sac at the end. Continue this road on down now. Ooh, I have an idea. So I think we continue this road on down, and then we punch it in to, what was that, 80 by 80 into here. I just want to make sure I come out of here on a right angle is all. There we go. That's not the best. Get ready for a lot of that. There's going to be a lot of, ooh, I could do that a little nicer. I think that's a little bit nicer. Hard to say. Is it similar to Chirper in the first game that would tell you like how citizens feel about your town? Yeah, well, Chirper's still here on the right. There's no citizens yet, I guess. Yes, I know I have key binding conflicts. Can you please go away? Why is this giving me warnings? Oh well, that's gonna be there, I guess. Gosh, I don't like this curve. It needs to be less aggressive. I want the connection, but I don't like the curve that we got. Maybe just try redoing it. Okay, that's maybe a little bit better. And then we have a offshoot here. Comes around like that. Okay. Yeah, it's weird. This is supposed to be a little weird part of town though. And we'll have one more little thing here. I like to do these are very common in my hometown, where you'd have like just in a residential neighborhood, you'll have just like a random offshoot, something like this, off the main street. Wow, that's a lot of numbers on the screen right there. I think that's what I want to do, though. You know, just a little something. Maybe get rid of this connection. I can, well, this road needs to be straightened out. I'm so sorry, by the way, if you thought we'd be 25 minutes in. Oh, God, this is going to be a 3-hour stream. I might not ever get a building placed in this stream. No, I'm kidding. We will. We will. I just don't know when exactly. Does this road bend right here? Oh, yeah, it does, because I do the little windy there. We'll keep the windy, but I want it to at least be straight so that the geometry makes sense for the connection over here. This is another small tip. You can just go straight through like that if you're having angle issues. And then you come in here with the move it tool. Just kind of... I think it's, yeah, Alt, and I can move that. There we go. That's a little nicer. Forgot about the move it tool. This is certainly incorrect right here. Let's, what happened there? I think maybe that was supposed to be a dead end. This was supposed to be the straight through bit. Yes, indeed. So can we do the connection there? Will that end up working out for me? Yes, I'm okay. I like that. That's more what I was going for. Zoning can wait until everything is more or less how you want it. Zoning's going to wait until this city is absolutely perfect. And then we'll consider maybe zoning some buildings at that point. I'm going to place the cul-de-sacs in now so that I don't forget to do all those. Cul-de-sacs help make it make a little bit more sense, I think. And then just like the last time, we need to just add in some paths here so that the cul-de-sacs actually get zoning on them. What do you mean? There we go. Well, we got one little bit of zoning there. I would really love it if my if my zoning mod worked over here. I don't know why it's weird that like the UI and everything works, but the actual tool doesn't. It's been so long that I don't quite remember how to make it work. But that alleviates the need to build the little stretches of pavement everywhere, and I will forget to demolish some of those. I think it's time to zone. I think we can do some zoning. I just need to get the industry sort of set up. The industry I usually don't care to even really look at, and so I tend to be way more relaxed about zoning it. So I'll just do some like main arteries here, like we'll have one along the water, and then we'll do a grid of whatever you call these. That's not the grid tool. Oh, I guess it is. We'll have a grid of these small little roads here. Yes, it works like that, but not exactly how I want it to go. There we go. That looks about right. I'm gonna go a little bit smaller. Okay, so that will be our industry. Obviously, not as much effort put into it as over here, but I wanted to do that so we can get the power up. How are we looking? Okay, we've only spent $60,000. Transformer stations, I don't remember those being in the game. They look pretty cool though. Wow, we have a windmill from like 1820. That's nice, I guess. And obviously we have our wind turbines. The coal power plant is going to generate way more power than we really probably need. So I might just get started with the wind turbines. Especially we have these mountains here. Although it looks like the mountains don't really make much of a difference. Some of them might actually have worse wind. I guess the length of the arrow is the strength of the wind. So up here's pretty good. We could put some in the water, maybe. Do we want large? $25,000 a pop. So 4 of those is $30,000 in upkeep and $100,000 to generate. 6 times 4 is 24 megawatts versus less upkeep, same price. And where's the output? 20 megawatts. Okay, they actually get more energy out of the large wind turbines. Build it in the sea. All right, War Thunder Man has spoken. And so that's what we'll do. Now, I feel like out here would actually make more sense because this is like the open water. I've never really seen wind turbines in rivers. Usually they're out here on the open water. So, and this is going to be our metropolitan area, right? Maybe over here along the highway as you're coming into town. And we'll start with just 2 of those. Do they rotate to face the wind? I don't know. I don't care. Let's get the power connections in. Okay. I need to go underground? Yes. That's weird, right? There we go. Wasn't snapping for me. And we could just connect right up to this. These are the trains, the rails, right? Yes. All right, well, that was a little bit unorthodox there. I need to actually come up above the ground. You know what I should have done was a little bit of research on why. What do you mean in water? Oh, I have to come to the land first? Okay, game. Can I not plug in here? Okay, I can't plug in there. Whatever. We'll keep it above ground anyway. Because it might be a little bit cheaper and it looks nicer, especially running along the train tracks. Someone in my last stream... Oh, I wish I remembered who it was. I'm sorry if you're here right now. But you had mentioned this tool that lets you export save games from like any game and import it into another one. And so the context was like, oh, can I play my my OpenTTT map in Derail Valley? But I think it would be more... Whoa, there's that lag spike again. I think it would be more cool to play like Cities Skylines with like Derail Valley physics to be able to pull on in here. Excuse me. You know what I'm trying to say. Well, power's hooked up. Let's figure out the water now. We have this water tower. I love these water towers, especially these North American ones. They're incredibly expensive, but they're very large. On the other hand, multi-column elevated water tower. Very small, very big. We could also do groundwater pumping, which is more water output, less upkeep. It's just uglier is the only... It's just not as nice as... Ooh, but there's a nice spot along the highway for it, maybe. Yeah, we'll put it like up here, maybe. How do I rotate? Right click. Ah, okay. That is overhead wire, the water pump. I hope you mean this water pump. There's also the water pumping station. I guess we could use the water pumping station, but I don't want to empty out our bays. This is pretty because it has the trees. Ah, you know, I can't help but feel like it should go here. This is, yeah, I'm buying in on the water pumping station. I feel like it would kind of make sense over here. Oh, it says water level too low though. We'll put it right here. Okay, sure. At least I don't need to build any pipes for that. And then just sewer outlets. Yeah, we're gonna just dump it into the sea. It looks like there's not much flow here. This game famously has the least directional arrows that you can imagine. I don't know, it seems like such a simple fix. You just change the sprite for these arrows to be slightly more isosceles, and you can much more easily tell which direction the water is flowing. I think it's going this way, based on these nonsensical arrows that I'm looking at. This is going out, I hope. I don't know. We could just throw it down here somewhere. Yeah. Just go by the vibe, yeah. You know, whatever the arrows... Maybe I should be less judgmental, and no one ever asks how the arrows feel. You know? I'm sure you know what I mean. All right, I don't want to think about how much we just spent on pipes. But that's all the necessities down, so yeah, I think it's time. I mean, nudge closer to the microphone. What is it? North American architecture? Am I playing on European? I don't know. Whatever. We're gonna put some North American architecture in here. We'll get started. I like to zone these like one at a time with the game unpaused so that I can control their size. I want like fairly small structures here because these are the founding members of the town, you know? Make them a little bit more spread out. We'll fill all this in when it's appropriate to. But for now, this is very fine. Get the cul-de-sacs. Can't forget about the cul-de-sacs. Maybe some more on this side. Yeah, we're finally building some houses. Let's do these are gonna be the nice houses. Of course, they're gonna have the same models, but I'll make these slightly bigger. Sort of convey this side of the main road is slightly nicer than the other one. Try to convey that at least. Using our full zoning squares that are available to us where it makes sense to. And I did forget to block off this bit. There we go. And here. I don't know why it doesn't it never will prioritize the cul-de-sacs when doing the zoning. I don't really know why it does that because I think it kind of defeats the point of placing cul-de-sacs if you don't make them have zoning on them. Like why can't I place one here? Do I need to just get this real close? Nope, not gonna do it. All right, which too bad my zoning tool doesn't work. But we got some resi going in. We have no demand for residential anymore. Let's give them a place to work. As I said, industry, I usually just do something like that. That's probably way too many industrial buildings. I am realizing there's, obviously right now we're not going to have a traffic issue, but we will eventually. Like this is to have the entire city go over one bridge to the industrial region is most likely going to be problematic long term. And that's something I'm willing to deal with later on. That was not exactly how I wanted that to go. Give me a nice big lot here. Maybe if I do the regular ones, I think it's like 5 by 5. Okay, well that's good enough for me. I might actually keep these these alleyways here. It's useful for pedestrian traffic to navigate around. Man, that occasional freezing is really bothering me. I'm tabbing out real quick just to see if make sure I'm still recording and I'm not dropping frames or anything. Okay. By the way, we're at 19 views right now. That's pretty cool. 5 concurrent, so that's a little less cool, but take what you can get, am I right? Am I right, fellas? Yeah, we're gonna keep alleyways going. Just like that. Money's not looking too good. Money is fine. It'll bounce back. It's just the beginning of the game. Right now we still have no residents, so obviously we're not going to be making any funds here. I do have to take care of some of the traffic lights also that we have floating around still. Let's, you know where would be a nice spot? Right here. We can connect up to that existing crosswalk. Nice. What is this? Oh, wide pavement path. Maybe I should have been using this. Can I upgrade? Ooh, I can. Nice. This is new also. This was not in the game last time I played. That's very lovely though. Big fan of that. I might as well use it here too. Got some nice big pedestrian paths. That actually, I'm a huge fan of that. to be honest. Let's get the traffic situation resolved. We actually haven't even unlocked road services. More commercial demand is here. I like to leave some of these corners open so that we can put parking lots in later as well. Okay, yep. Things are fitting in nicely. Might as well just kind of do that, I think. I like it. Let's go gambling. Well, unfortunately, I can't access my financials yet. There's casinos and stuff that we could place later on, though. What sounds like a good idea to me is maybe getting some more residential in here. I do not want UK housing. Does this look like the UK? Actually, don't answer that. Oh, yes, I forgot about my little hometown replication here. We're going to put a stretch of pedestrian path there and a small one there and there to be deleted, but I want the big houses to be on this side of the road. Now that those are under construction, we can delete these. I don't know why that broke. That's kind of annoying. But replace yourself. Yes, and we are getting it on the side roads there too. And you know, we could throw even a little commercial building there, maybe a little one on this corner. Little corner stores for the people that live here, put one there. Some of these crazy folk, like, you know, there's a house here for some reason. Gotta have a little bit of fun with it. I get the big houses in on this side of town. It's not gray enough to be black. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Janik. Oh, it's not gray enough to be UK. I don't know where the word black came from. Why does the game keep stuttering like that, man? I'm gonna have to do some research on that. In fact, maybe I could just quickly do a search here. Give me 1 second. All right, yeah, I mean, the internet just said lower your graphics settings. Let's see if we can get away with some of this. I wonder if it's frame latency. If it, like, builds up and then stutters. Well, we have DLSS on. We have volumetrics I read to pull down, perhaps. Anything here that would cause, like, a bulk stutter? Level of detail? I mean, there's no detail on in the map yet. Oh, we turned down volumetrics. It's one thing. My PC, I'm playing this, for the record, I'm playing this downscaled. I'm playing in 1440p, which is because I'm streaming in it. When I play this game for fun, personally, I play it in full 4K. I get decent performance out of it. I've never had that stutter. My big cities will be laggy. They'll get less than 60 frames per second, but they don't stutter like that. So that might be due to a recent update. Yeah, I know. Just blame everything except my own PC. It can't be my PC's fault. I have a 16-core processor and a 30 series GPU. I have a much more powerful processor than GPU, is what I meant by that. Lowering the volumetric settings did seem to actually help quite a lot, though, interestingly enough. Oh, and there's the stutter, so it didn't fully resolve it. Unfort. We'll survive, though. Let's get another really big... Not what I want. I'm trying to get the... This must be missized. So that's 5x6. That's probably why. If I go 5x5, do I get... Yeah, I get the big slot. Can I even do 6x6? No, okay, it won't do 6x6. All right, well, let's not get crazy here. All right, well, it did place a pretty large building, but I love these big strip malls. I mean, this is shaping up to be um, a nice strode, if you're familiar with the term strode. These buildings I don't like very much, so I'm going to rezone these. They're too close to the road. I want them to be set back a little bit from the road. And I think placing trees in this game is actually free. So I might do some tree placement in a second here. Now, I'm not seeing any parking on these alleyways. All the cars are being bunched up here, so I worry I may have screwed up using the alleyways. We'll just keep that in mind. Oh, there we go. What did we get? The Church Inn. It's all the UK stuff. All right, let's keep it coming. We got loans, we got taxation and all that stuff. We got medium density. We got some industries. We got a load of roads. We got healthcare, which we have to place right away. Medium density is cool. I might actually throw a small one down right there. Okay, not two. Oh, are these row houses? Yes, okay, so I don't want any row houses yet. We'll have a row house neighborhood, just not here. Maybe like over here, we can have some row houses. Which reminds me, I have to think about where our next major arterial road will go. But I'm liking our little neighborhood. And we got that pub and the gas station. I might place the gas station. Here it is, UK small petrol station. This petrol station kind of works for everybody. We'll put it just over here. Kind of, you know, coming into town. Little petrol station. Gasoline station. I live in New Jersey where you're not allowed to even pump your own gas. The hedge is a little weird. The hedges. We probably wouldn't have those hedges out here in the middle of nowhere. Gas tank's nice. Gas truck. For some reason, this makes me want to play Farming Simulator. I forgot how pretty this game is. When it's not stuttering, oh my goodness, that is kind of driving me up the wall a little bit. All of our industry has filled in. Let's think about some services here. Definitely, oh, see, look, now I'm staring at the sky because of that stutter. Small medical clinic would be a good idea, I think. Small is actually pretty large here. We'll place it. Now, yes. Landfill. Where does the landfill go? Maybe in this beautiful, serene area, we could just destroy it with a landfill. Take our industrial road here. Continue it on up. Along the waterfront. Yeah, I'm thinking up here we put a landfill. Sorry, I'm kind of burpy right now. And not in the exercise way. Okay, landfill placed. I feel so bad about killing this forest to fill it with garbage, but c'est la vie, right? It's got to go somewhere. And the hilly terrain isn't very conducive of other construction anyway. I think we did unlock an industry specialization, mind you. So I might look at some industries we could place down. Hopefully this doesn't pollute our river too much. Sure it will, though. It's mandatory that you drag these all the way up to the road for effect. Makes it much more realistic this way. There we go. There's our big patch of garbage. Honestly, the US got chill gas prices. Oh gosh, you guys are talking about gas prices? Pay for a gallon? Right now, I could pause. I could mute my mic and go look out my window at the gas station. I think it's gone up a lot recently, as you might imagine. Lowest I've seen in Jersey in the past few weeks has been, believe it or not, $2.75 a gallon, which I hadn't seen in like legitimately like 15 years, like since I started driving. It's up to like 3.30 now though. What do you pay for a gallon? $1.20 per liter. $8.54 for a gallon. Goodness me, you guys are. Well, I know Janik, you're in Europe, because you're in the you're by the Alps. I know War Thunderman's in Vietnam, so you got all that Chinese and Russian oil probably. Anyway, we're not gonna get political. I promise. I promise. We're not gonna get political. We're still losing money. Let's take a look at our financials here. We're gonna increase taxes across the board without getting political. Switzerland, do you, Janik, you got a watch? You got a Rolex or maybe Omega? Omega? Or maybe you got a, right now we have not, we not have fuel. I mean, $1.20 per gallon or per liter. Okay, so that's 3.1. Yeah, I mean, that's like the same price here. To be honest, like that's 3.2. No, 3.6. 3.67-ish. You're not a watch wearer. Well, you could change that. I'm gonna fast forward through this nighttime, I think. Can I just change time of day manually to like 8 a.m.? Nope, I can't. All right, well, can I turn off the night cycle? It just lags my game, having the light gameplay, day-night. Nope. There we go. We'll maybe re-enable that when the time is morning, so that we can. It's pretty. It's just it's too much lag. All right. Well, gas. Or gas. You guys got gas on my mind. What's our budget situation? So it's all the services, which is, I guess, like, yeah, that makes sense. We're not exporting any of our excess services. We could probably turn down some upkeep, like screw the roads. You know, who cares about the roads? Electricity, we're producing. Oh, I need to open up my overlay. All right, demand is 1 kilowatt, 1,000, sorry, 1,000 kilowatts, and we're producing 11, so I can lower the electric by a good little chunk, I think, and maybe increase the fee for it. Water, I'm sure I could do the same. Healthcare, we could do the same. Garbage, we could do the. I'm gonna lower the garbage all the way because we have like nobody living in this town yet. And demand's good for everything. We have our 4-lane roads, our upgraded 4-lane roads with dividers and asymmetry and parking. I'm gonna put some parking. Ooh, that does. I had a mod. Oh no, it's not a mod. It's just right here. So if I say, oh no, it is a mod. I had a mod that was more roads, like a network mod, and it had asymmetrical parking. So you would have parking on one side, which is a lot more. It would be a lot easier to make all these upgrades if there was parking on one side, is what I'm trying to say. But alas, I think I kind of want medians. Is that crazy? Medians with grass and trees? No, no, that's crazy. Not there, because people need to do U-turns and stuff. We will put a median here, though, going into town, I think. All the way up to there. And one more, for a good measure. Export electricity? Yeah, but then we got to build the connection to export the... Oh, okay, I guess it's right here. We'll put a substation as the game lags. We'll put a substation right here, which probably has upkeep. Yeah, and we'll connect up to that. All right, that should allow us to export some of our electricity. I don't know if we're actually going to be it. Well, I guess I might as well do full production if we're going to export it. And then, yeah, city's coming together a little bit. I'm gonna put our next major arterial down. So that's gonna be another branch off of this road. And this is gonna be a connection over on this side to sort of round out this neighborhood. I kind of want it to be here, actually. What if I rip a 90-degree turn like that and then go straight until I can't go straight no more? All right, so now what I'm trying to do is create outlines for these towns. You know, so like this would be one of our towns. This side's going to be another town, most likely. I could buy it. Gosh, I'm starting to like overheat in my room here. Let's continue this road. And we have the connection to make here. And I did kind of want to round this road out. I want it to be aligned with the other one as much as I can without it looking goofy. That somehow became a one-way road. Sorry for the crazy zoom in there. That is the game stuttering when I'm giving it inputs. Yeah, I'm not sure I like this road layout, to be honest with you guys. It doesn't make sense going 4-lane to a 2-lane there. So what I'll do is I'll keep the general idea, but we'll have it be 4 lanes through here and into there. And then we'll have the 2-laner come up and connect in like that, maybe. I think that kind of makes more sense. I don't export anything. I know that's, yeah, but look at my my income's almost positive now. And that's because I'm exporting. I don't export any like industry, that's true. That's definitely something I could do. I'm gonna put a little row house neighborhood in, I think. I kind of want to put it amongst these trees. Maybe we'll put it over here along the water. How do I want to do the... Oh, here's the asymmetrical roads, kind of. Not really. Well, this has the one-way with the diagonal parking, which is what I was looking for. And I think the way I'll do this is come out and turn. Oh, but these are going to be row houses. I don't think this is really enough space. Well, I could put a little row house neighborhood here. I need straight roads for this, though. It'd have to be like that. And there's a crazy elevation thing going on there. Not sure how that happened. There's like a tool in here. Is it constant slope? Zone road should be under normal circumstances. So what if I did that? It made it constant slope, but not on the level I want. I didn't realize that was so much of a drop. Okay, yeah, so we're not going to get the row houses in there. That's what that looks like, but we could definitely get them in here. And I do want this parking. I love this asymmetrical parking. The question is, yeah, we'll go with alleyways, I guess. And the plan here is that we're like right inside here. Like that. We'll have row houses on that little front there. In fact, I'm just going to place them first so that I have the visual to work with. There they all are. Then obviously they need to be connected. That's easy though. Does that look right? Yeah, I mean, I can. Maybe what if it was one of these and just anarchy it? Yeah, okay, that looks That looks maybe a bit nicer.
And you know what that means, folks. It
Okay,
means
not
we're
not there though.
things close
This is
to
where your move it tool comes in handy.
That's right. You could
I can
almost
say
it's too much of
destroy all those houses by accident. I can move my nodes over.
We're expecting unseasonably high
All right, that's good
temperatures
enough for
across the
me.
region today. It's quite a heat wave out there.
Get the stutter. And I'm not going to shut up about it because it's really bothering me.
And remember
Oh,
to
yeah,
stay
something
hydrated.
went wrong here. I'm going to destroy all these and
The station has AC.
just have them come back. You know, thinking about it, I probably only want these to be 3 deep. That's already pretty good. Then I'll get the roads back in here. Still have anarchy on, gotta remember that. I wish I could fit 2 more on either end, but maybe I could use the place it tool to do that. And we get a stretch of road. We have to do is come off there perfectly perpendicular. Just kidding. We're going to change our strategy. We're going to use 90 degrees. And this one, that should let me. Yeah, there's some weird stuff going on, but we're going to ignore it. We're going to ignore it. Come on. Yeah, there we go. That's what I wanted to see. Sorry, it required so much brain processing power there. Make it a 6-unit row house. Or what exactly? Define unit. 6 unit as in like 6 houses? We're going to do a little more than that. This is all I wanted to do though. And now I can put the other ones on this side. No, I can't because it's doing that stupid thing it does where it just zones the wrong side. So if I do that, yeah, it's kind of closer to what I want. Okay. Now we do that. We're going to get 2 length in there, but I'm going to upgrade those to 3 once. Oh boy, am I? Or is this going to give me trouble? How am I going to get it in here? Maybe if I like really get tight into there. No, okay, it's not going to happen. Well, that's fine. We'll just work with it and we'll put a wide path in here instead. I got to be careful with all the anarchy that I'm using. I wonder if I could put trees on there. Oh, I can't. Well, with anarchy I can, so let's do it. We want big trees, medium trees, large trees. Maybe not those. Yeah, these look fine. And the trick here is you just, if you want it to be an exact science, you use the line tool. But if you like to live reckless like I do, then you just freeball it because we're going to be seeing this from 1,000 feet away. Gray Spy Gaming. Hey Gov, how's it going? Playing Cities Skylines II? Seems so. Feels like I'm playing Cities Skylines II. Looks like I'm playing. I'm sorry, I'm taking the piss out of you. What can we put in these little nooks right here, though? Why is this still... Oh, death care. Forgot about the death care. Yeah, we could use a cemetery. We could use a cemetery, like, right in the middle of town, too. So we're going to demolish these, just because it fits perfectly. We're going to demolish those commercial buildings. Replace them with some new ones. Get some more in here. Got lots of demand. We got to up the residential situation again. Oh, man. It's the stutter. Curse of the stutter. Okay, that's probably enough parking for this whole complex, I would think. Asteroid. That time I got your name right. I was calling you Asteroid earlier, I think. Sorry, I'm just doing a quick little stretch here. Ugh, okay, I think these guys could use a little bit of commercial across the street. Just because they need somewhere to shop, maybe. So we'll put a good little chunk of shopping in there. This could definitely be filled in more. But that's our nice neighborhood, so let's not fill that one in more. What we'll do instead is fill in this neighborhood a bit more. And the way I'll do that, we'll come off here. If I could get the zoning on the right spot. Just one more down. And then delete that. This is the game you play when you play this game. It's a fun sentence. Get the zoning blocks exactly how you want them. I'm surprised I'm using the hotkeys. As my OpenTTD viewers know, I'm not good at using hotkeys, and I went on a little bit of a rant about it in the last OpenTTD episode. By the way, another huge shout out to my man. Why did you do that? My man. You know, my man. Ooh, boardwalks. Cool. Those are new. You know, my man. Shout out my man CJ. CJE. Who was like, yo, you should, See, look how non-deterministic that is. You just place some paths and then it just goes back to normal and you can delete the paths. Anyway, my man CJE was like, hey, you should, he was like, breaking news, employee loses arm. TNF employee loses arm. I was like, I love it. Ship it. We're going with that. And I spent like an hour making that graphic for the newspaper. Sorry for that home I just demolished. But I was really happy with how that newspaper turned out. And that whole, I mean, the episode was kind of a train wreck because I wasn't really sure what I was doing the whole time. But, you know, we got there in the end, and I've gotten lots of helpful comments. Say Greek Spy Gaming, no worries, mate. My job, after all, is partially to take the piss out of people in the bar. Ended up catching the stream as I'm heading home from the bar at 4 a.m. Bro, you need to go to bed. I remember you were telling me last time. You're like, yeah, it's 2 a.m. and that was a number of hours ago. So now we play the game where we just fill in some of these gaps to increase our population, because Tap Tank is right. War Thunderman, sorry. We do need to increase our population here. I'm gonna do mixed commercial residential on this side. Is this employee shortage? I think that's what that means. Well, we're addressing that. Lack of labor, yes. Okay, so there's not enough homes, but we're working on it. I figured we built too much. It's all this industry. We built a shitload of industry over here. Each one of these buildings is like a lot of employees. It should tell me, actually. Oh, you could recolor buildings. Oh, that's cool. Whoa. That's nice. Cool. Cool features. It's just too bad the game's performance still sucks. Oh, and we did unlock some focused industrials, which is good. When I was planning my industrial zoning, I did not take a look at where the fertile land is and everything. Some farms would be good. I'm gonna build some farms, I think. We're gonna be an well, no, I need people. Right, there's a worker shortage. We need people. Maybe we build some more row houses. We could put another row housing complex. We could put a few row housing complexes over here. I don't know if I want a few though. War Thunder next stream with War Thunder Man? I have War Thunder. It's been a very long time since I've played War Thunder. I've actually been playing it on Xbox, believe it or not, more than I have on PC. I always feel weird saying PC. I'm playing it on PC. Is this... Let me go down to street level. Like, what do we have in this little plot of land here? And why is it... Oh, those are cranes. I was like, why are there floating things over there? Taking recommendations for what to have in this little block right here. Play on PS4, kind of a veteran. Are you a tank driver or are you an airplane man? They have ships now too, don't they, in that game? Gosh, you could do anything. I'm gonna take a quick sip of water while I ponder what to put in the spot and when I wait for some responses from chat here. Guys, give me something here, guys. It's interesting you haven't seen Cities Skylines II. Have you seen Cities Skylines 1? Because that game slapped. That was such an awesome game. I want to put like a town hall here. But I don't think I have town hall. What would go around a town hall? Some commercial? This could be like a shopping district. We could have a... War Thunder Mobile, isn't it? I can't imagine it's very fun. I used to always, when I started playing that game, it was just, oh God. I mean, I started playing that game years ago, and if there was such a thing as it being only planes, then I started playing that game when it was only planes. Either that or I did not give a shit about the tanks. Since then, I have played War Thunder with tanks. And I do admit, the realism battles with the tanks, where you can spawn in as an airplane if you get enough points, very frustrating, but also very satisfying when you dive bomb noobs with your junkers. The ones that go meow. I guess most airplanes make that sound, but you know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, it was only planes, right? City Skylines 1 did slap indeed, although the little driving missions in SimCity, yeah. I mean, you could fly around the helicopter, you could drive around your city. SimCities 4 was a fantastic experience. NGL, not gonna lie. That game was sick. You didn't have to do this stupid ass pavement placing whenever you wanted to get some homes in. Well, we're still having a worker shortage way up here. So can I just use any of these tools? No, I actually need... That's my lane connector tool, but I'd rather just have the canonical road tools. Yeah, well, we have a lot of empty blocks here. I think I'm going to put some more row houses in this area here. I like the idea of a little bit of woods separation here. In fact, before I do that, let's get some more houses on the other side of this. Come on. Again, I want the big one. Give me the big one. Give me the big one. This is the authentic Cities Skylines 2 experience. Do I have ploppables? Oh, I don't think I do. I have anarchy mode on still. That's always a treat to find out. Oh, maybe I do? I do. Okay, I think I do. Whoa. Not what I wanted. Not UK. Now, do these... I don't think these actually house people, though. I think these are just props. I used to have ploppables, but unfortunately an update just came out for this game, and see, this is the house side. What is that? That's a 4x3. Okay, so just take away one of those. Ah, okay, let's get a few of these big houses in here. There we go, that looks good. Yeah, then a bunch of forests over here, and we'll get some row houses opposite. Yes, I like that. If I remember, these northeast style row houses are very, very city, and they look very, very old. And it's not quite the aesthetic I'm going for quite yet. Maybe soon, though. We'll get some row housing all throughout here. And I'd love to put roads behind the row houses. I'm just wondering where the connections will go. What if we came up through here, then across, and then connect in there? Now, how do we connect you guys? Oh, like that. Oh, and we kept the tree. That's sick. Okay, I think those row houses will actually look pretty good. Do not want you, though. Sorry, buddy. You know what we could put there instead is like a gas station. Or something. Have I played Timberborn? No, but I was watching... Oh, I want to give this guy the proper credit. Literally, like, right before the stream started, I was eating dinner and watching someone play Timberborn. So the interest is there. I have the interest, at least. We should get a little road in here, maybe. Just a little connector. RCE? No, it's something Beard. What's RC's like Royal Canadian Engineering? I don't think that's what it is. I would be surprised if you looked up Timberborn if he wasn't one of the top results. JC the Beard is the name of the individual I was watching. Lovely soothing voice, that guy. Complete opposite of me. I don't know how any of you guys listen to me. I hate the sound of my voice. Part of this experiment of mine is seeing if I can get over that. You're right, my money is... Well, my money looks fine. What are you talking about, War Thunder, man? We're losing $18 an hour, and we have 648 grand. I think we're doing fine, and all these people that are moving into these medium-density houses are going to pay taxes. And I want to place some trees. Oh, the trees are not free. But do we do it anyway? Yeah, we do. Of course we do. Give me a mix of ages here. Maybe make the brush a little bit smaller. Is it M and N? No, what's... Oh, that opened Move It. What's the hotkey for changing brush size? Oh, well, doing it manually. And a little bit more intensity. And what are our existing trees here? We have oaks. We have spruces. We have big boy spruces. Yes! What did we get? New loan limit. That hasn't been a concern. Getting a FaceTime message. Oh boy. Can I call you later? Sorry. It's actually, it's my girlfriend. I feel bad about that, but she understands. I lose more an hour when I go out with the friends. Oh, I lose far more. You should try, have you been to New York City? Anyway, what do we got here? Production panel, that seems useful. Textile farming, we got more medium density, which I actually do want to place, and some schools. Cool, we did not get the road tools yet, though, which is really what I'm waiting. I love doing the road stuff in this game. Oh, well, let's get an elementary school down. Yeah, that's so urban. Suburban primary school. This isn't bad. What? Oh, this one's even smaller, though. This one's a more interesting shape, though. Ooh, airplane. Airplane. Ooh, a big airplane. It's like a A380? 30? I don't know how it's an Airbus. I know it's an Airbus. I think it's an Airbus. Where should the school go? Oh, we could put the school in this lot. This is where I wanted to put a little town hall, but maybe... I mean, school's kind of governmental. Yeah, it's lagging. It looks kind of weird, actually. I'm gonna get rid of it. And I'm gonna place a smaller school down, I think. That was a little more That was a little intense, that one. We'll use this lot though. And we'll put it there, I guess. What are we overlapping? Oh, I just need flip on anarchy, of course. Looked more like a cargo plane. That plane doesn't exist IRL. Well, it was a double decker. I don't know if they fly those anymore. The Tallinn is so small here, then going from one end of the city to another on foot, it takes an hour. Yeah, Tallinn question mark? I agree. I'd rather not go to New York City. New York City's great. Do I have a school in your town? I have a school in my town. Yeah, you should come to New York City. New York City's a lovely place. It's gets bad reputation. I'm gonna get rid of these row houses. I don't think they make a lot of sense just having 3 in a row there. And yeah, I don't like the position of this water pump anymore, but maybe it's something we can adjust later on. I don't have parks yet, do I? I could like build my own park, but oh, those are just props. Yeah, no, I don't have proper parks yet. So we'll put a little, very little. Ooh, church in. We could put a church here. Yeah, let's do that. A UK church in the middle of
Sorry about that. It's
our town. It's fine, I guess. It kind of works. And the cemetery's right there, so. Is this? Well, we have a church. This looks like a crematorium, I guess, really. Just doesn't have the vents on the roof. Might be a church. Estonia is nice if you want a quiet and relaxing destination. Plus, they got very good and cheap public transport and trains. It's actually free for residents on all public transport. That's cool. If I want to take the ferry to Manhattan, it costs me $10 each way. I guess that's not a great part of New York City. That's more a New Jersey problem, if anything. Look at that, War Thunderman. See that big green number right there? That means we're in the green, baby. Let's get some higher density buildings in here. I'm thinking we could use some apartment buildings. Maybe, I did the row again. We want that. We'll put one on the other side. We could put one, not on that side, but over here maybe, and over here maybe. And then over by this bridged area, we're gonna get rid of that house and put another medium density. Just sort of littering them around a little bit, trying to keep it organic though. No, not there. We can put one here though. I could even take up another slot. There we go. Okay, so that will give us a couple of medium-rise buildings around the place. I kind of want to fill in this area a bit more. And I guess we'll do large residential houses here because it's sort of the idea with this part of town. How are we doing on demand, by the way? We do have low density demand. So this is entirely reasonable. New York public transit really confuses me on how many different modes you gotta use due to the states being a bunch of peninsulas. Well, they're boroughs, and they're mostly islands, actually. Now, I'm not gonna be all hoity-toity on you, but it's Manhattan Island, Brooklyn and Queens both share an island called Long Island, and Staten Island is obviously an island. And then the Bronx is the only part of New York City that's on the mainland United States. But there are trains that take you to every single one of those places I just named, except for Staten Island. And that makes sense because Staten Island is really far from Manhattan, which would be the next closest borough to it. There is a very big bridge one of the biggest in the country that connects Staten Island to Brooklyn. That's called the Verrazano Bridge. That's the starting line of the New York City Marathon. Fun fact. If you ever want to run a marathon. Ooh, what do we get? Another gas station. Cool. Why don't we place that, actually? Hey. Come back here. What are you overlapping? There we go. Build more house. Mosquitoes are only an issue in the summer and only nearby the sea. That just goes for everywhere on the planet. I'm a magnet for them, so I only come out in winter. I prefer the winter, personally. I think we should plant some more trees. What do you think? So we had, what do we have? Oaks and spruces. And some London planes. Oak, spruce, and London plane. All right, easy to remember. We have London plane. We'll do this first. Just, whoa, get some London planes around the place. This is, of course, the secret to making any city in this game look good, is you just litter the joint with trees. Because you'd be surprised how many trees there are in real life. You ever look outside and it's like a shitload of trees? It's like really so many trees, though. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. I mean, I'm trying a little bit to be funny, but there's so many trees outside. And the game needs more trees. Did we do the London planes yet? I don't think we did. You'll see, once I get low, this makes a huge difference. You don't see any tree? I've heard Vietnam has trees, so I feel like you're lying to me. War Thunderman, I don't know if I mentioned to you, my sister was actually in Vietnam last week for a wedding. Said it was pretty neat. Pretty neat. I'm inclined to agree. Vietnam seems pretty neat. If you decide to come ski in the Alps, hit you up. Probably be able to get you cheaper accommodations. Well, I will do that, but also I'm gonna hit up Greek Spy Gaming so that I can go to the bar he owns. Do you guys know that guy owns a bar? You know how cool that is? I never want to work in food service, but I'd love to own a bar. Okay, there we go. Look at all the trees. Look how much nicer this place looks. Already it looks way more realistic, in my humble opinion. And we also have some of these medium rises coming up. Maybe a few too many of them. I think we get rid of these two. Could replace this with just some commercial land. But I like the ones we have. These are a little big, these ones over here. What I'll do is I'll just cut down the width there, and then I love to put some medium density sort of bordering the row houses. I feel like it provides a nice transition from large density to lower density. Where's she been at? What's the bar called? I may have been there. If you pop by Talon, first round of drinks are on the house. That's a very convincing offer. I unfortunately don't know where in Vietnam she was. I didn't ask. I could find that out though for next time I have a stream. Bar is called Mr. Usho. First Greek cocktail bar of Estonia. What made you go to Estonia instead of like Latvia? You know? Did you watch the Olympics, by the way? You guys ice hockey fans? Estonia didn't do very good, but Latvia was a bit of a surprising turnout. I just love looking at this game. Should we place a high school? No, we're probably good. What is our financial situation looking like? Can maybe lower taxes. Our industry's really doing the most for us. Electricity is still profitable, and we are importing everything because we have no domestic product. Okay. Well, should I start those farms, maybe? I didn't ask if you participated in the Olympics. I asked if you watched the Olympics. Newsbreaker, I didn't participate in the Olympics either. But I watched them because I'm a big fan of ice hockey, as you may have surmised. Gosh, I can't wait to unlock our road tools already. We're gonna have a little frontage road here that runs along the highway, and we're gonna turn this into farmland. And I could just end, excuse me, end there. This is arable land. Yes, okay. Good, good, good. Now, placing farms is always an adventure in this game. Ended up here randomly, actually. Came initially as a tourist last year in February. Ate chicken soup. I don't want to get into your financials, Greek Spy Gaming, but you know, I'll say it again. I happen to live in New York City. If you didn't know, if that wasn't clear, and opening a bar is like not something the average person can do. I mean, we're talking about like, if you wanted to buy, okay, you're probably not buying the land. If you wanted to lease like commercial property for a bar, let's say in like Chelsea in Manhattan, you're talking about probably $10,000 to $15,000 a month. And I'm saying that just based off what I know on like rent. I don't know what rent is for commercial property, so I might be just making these numbers up. But it's not like something most people feel they can like do, even if they have like the goal, like, oh, I want to open up a bar. It's just so difficult and so expensive. Not to mention, they're talking about raising the minimum wage. I'm not going to get political, but they are raising the minimum wage to $30 an hour here in New York City. So like, how are you supposed to pay your employees? And it's just not a lot. It's not very rational here, even if it does sound very fun. New York City is more expensive than Switzerland, but you get less money working there. We get less money working in Switzerland, I would assume. I have coworkers in Zurich, and they don't make as much money as the folks in New York City do. At least that's what they say. They could be wrong, you know. They could be. These are going to turn into farmland, by the way. I think we're going to have a major road come around the little bay here. So I don't want to get too close to it, but I will get kind of close to it. And we can have another crossing there. I'm just trying to be kind of random with the farm layout. I mean, that's already a lot of farmland. This is a big, some of these plots are huge. Might cut these down a little bit. Like we could have that go straight. That is going up a hill, but that's okay. Could have a little offshoot here, which makes me kind of want to have a little offshoot there. Nah, we don't need that one. I work in tech. You had your ex-bosses as co-investors for the initial funds, but in general, it didn't cost that much, plus rent, utilities, maybe like $600-700. Don't say a month. No, that's just utilities. Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, that's like a shitload of utilities. €868. Wish I knew what a euro was worth. I know it's worth a little bit more than a US dollar. This will be 2 farms, I think, and we'll have. I'm gonna delete that road eventually, I believe, but we'll just get it in there. I kind of want to continue this frontage. Oh, that's rent and utilities together, dude. Oh my god! In the winter, my electric is like, I don't even want to say it. God damn it, man. In the winter, my electric is like 250 US dollars a month for electrics, which is stupid, by the way. I'm not saying that's like reasonable. I live in an apartment building, so I have to imagine it uses electric heat. I know it uses electric heat actually because I've seen the radiator. They have electric radiators, which is a very strange concept to me. Well, whatever. Let's get some carrots in here. We'll get some carrots on that side. Some more wheat.
Interesting news from the
Get
city
some.
hospital.
Let's get some livestock. Forgot about the livestocks.
More services than we know what
Get one there. Could do livestock.
Well, no.
Honestly, I wish I used some of the smaller lots for livestock.
That bringing money into local
That's right.
We could do livestock here.
Much of a good thing.
Or we could
And then let's do
save
grain
positive trade balance.
and
The
grain.
economy booming.
Ooh, we got the dairy house. The dairy house is
Shortage is driving up
freaking gigantic, if I remember correctly.
Apparently, that's not all good.
Oh, it's actually not that bad. And it would kind of work
Professor Nuttall.
along
Welcome, Professor. So a housing
here.
shortage is bad.
I mean, it's going to cause a load of traffic, probably. We'll think about it. It's a small place, so you use the electric heating, and this building wasn't built central heating or radiators. Yeah, it is super dumb. I know. I know, but I live in a building with a lot of amenities and stuff. We got like a gym, which saves me some money because I don't need to pay for a gym membership. But it's all baked into the rent, I guess. Anyway. Oh, you know where we could put
Thank you, Professor.
another animal husbandry over there,
Expecting
and another one over here,
today.
I think.
It's quite a heat
All right, now comes the super annoying and tedious part of
too long. Don't forget the sun.
actually zoning all this. So now I have to go in here. How do I do it?
Sure am glad the station has AC.
Specialized industry. Here we go. This part's gonna take a while. Bear with me. Especially because I put the... Can I just go over the poles? Oh, I was really hoping I could go over the poles. Oh well. Who are you calling a heat pump? Janik. At least I'm not calling you Jansik anymore. Start calling you Jan Sport. How would you like that? I wonder if anyone that watches my videos is from America. Really doesn't seem like it. Are you guys excited, by the way, for the 2027 update of... Oh, can I just anarchy this? Oh, I can. Okay, there we go. That's how we'll do it. Yeah, because, I mean, there's totally utility poles in the middle of farms in real life. There'll be, like, a little patch around it, but... You know, we make do with... Unless I can't... Can I, I'll look into it later. What was I saying? The 2027 update for Derail Valley? God, they hyped that update up so much in that roadmap. It's either going to suck or it's going to be groundbreaking. This should... I'm surprised I'm not seeing any traffic come down here. So this should improve our money situation considerably. Now, until we get like a port, it's not going to do anything crazy for our money. The port will really blow it out of the water, so to speak. Do I want this right up against the road? I don't think I do, because I could put trees there. I just got to be careful here, because anarchy is on, and I don't want to get too wild. There we go. Leave a little gap. It'll make sense. This is all going to make sense. We're not going to leave it like this. Got to get everything down first, though. Oh, no. Can I control Z? Okay, that works, I guess. Oh, no. What did I just do? Did I just break this industry? Yeah, I did, didn't I? All right, we'll have to replace that one. Actually, we'll just delete that one. This is the danger of playing with anarchy mode, is sometimes you can really screw things up. Multiplayer in D-Rail Valley sounds like those old time movies of trains crashing together. Yeah, it kind of does. No doubt it will be a lot of fun, though. Some Buster Keaton scenes. You guys film nerds? I went to film school for a little bit. I never went to film school. I was a film student at my university until I realized there was, with all due respect to film students, but there's no money in that shit. And I'd say it worked out pretty well, because now I do software development, and I quite enjoy it. That's why I like the chat overlay you see. I actually made myself. Homemade chat widget. Ha 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 ha. Who needs plugins when you have Gemini to coach you in making your own chat widget? Okay, now that we have all of that stuff in, what we do is we get rid of some of these crossing streets. And you'll see this is going to make sense. Just need to turn on anarchy again. And I have to be careful not to demolish anything that... Ooh. Oh, did we get road tools? We got ore mining, we got fire, we got police. We did not get road tools yet, though. Can get rid of a lot of these roads. Can I get rid of that one? No, I can't. I can get rid of that one, though. And I can get rid of this one. And this one. Okay, that's more like it. And then we go in with our trees. We get rid of brush mode. We do line mode. And we line these roads with trees. And if you've ever seen a tutorial on how to make pretty farms in this game, then you already know this. Because I just ripped this idea from the internet. That's right, someone taught me how to do this. How to film nerd. No one watches movies anymore? You should watch some movies. There's this old German film that I, for the life of me, cannot ever remember the name of. But it takes place in Berlin in like the 60s. I don't know which Berlin, but it was in black and white for some reason. They had color back then, but it was in black and white. And it had some crazy cinematography. I remember my film teacher was like, look at this movie. And everyone was like, wow, that's a cool movie. That's the end of that story. It's like something angels, I think. Nobody knows how to spell German thing. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Or Thunderman. See the trees, though? The trees make a difference. The trees make it look nicer. I hope. Sickler Doch? I don't know if it was that. I've been watching mostly contemporary classics. You're like, oh. God, what's the name of that Kubrick movie? Orange something? God damn it, how could I forget this? The joke's not even gonna land. Oh, A Clockwork Orange. You're like, I only watch A Clockwork Orange. Yeah, no one knows how to spell German tank names. You just call them Tigers and Panzers. Deutsch ist Kinderleicht. Now it's really a Cities Skylines II video if I start speaking German. All right, here we go. Sonderkraftarzug. Won't happen again. Well, it might happen again. Make a little forest here. No hickories, because there's no natural hickories here. What was the other one? London Plane. I think I placed the London Planes already. Oak, right? Yeah, oak. Oh yeah, oak fills in nicely because oak trees are very big in the game. Well, in real life too. And in fact, that's a little too much intensity there. There we go. So we have our farming area mostly complete. I love the power lines going through it. We just need a hot air balloon. You guys ever play with the Wii? Or watch Iron Lung? No, I never seen Iron Lung. That's a submarine movie, right? Or am I thinking of Das Boot or Red October? Both really good movies. Well, we haven't looked at town in a while. Because we set up our farms. And the farm's looking pretty good. I love our little patch of forest here. Probably has a tenth the trees that such a plot of land would have in real life. But NVIDIA tree tech can only do so much. Should we go back to city building now? How's our industry doing over here? Oh, you know what we need is some firefighting. We might be able to diegetically fit in one of these more dense firehouses as I quietly burp. Oh, sorry about that. I could put it in right there, but that doesn't seem quite right. Or we could just do like the bogged down standard firehouse. Yeah, let's just do that, sure. It works. Police station, maybe put this by the school. We have 2 police stations. Oh, well, let's use the small one. We'll put it by the firehouse, I guess. Public services, we're losing money again. All 3 have a submarine. Iron Lung came out recently. The movie that Markiplier made based on the same named game. Oh, I did hear about that. Build more house. Yeah, can't argue with that. Let's think about that for a second. where the next house will go. I'm going to also mess with my graphics settings again. If I lower that down to 1 and maybe DLSS, what if I did maximum quality? Okay, well maybe not. That's a little bit laggier. What if I did 2? That's actually not bad. At least until the lighting changes. Which reminds me, another option I would like to change. Let's turn the day-night cycle back on, because we haven't used that in a while. And to that end, let's lower this back down to balanced, because that will impact the frames. So where should we put more houses? I could see, I mean, this obviously is just asking for suburban sprawl. This area could be densified, most likely. It's pretty dense already. Pretty dense already. Ooh, is this crime? Crime scene. Yeah, well, we have the police. They're around now. Let's do some more suburban sprawl, I think. We could fill in here pretty nicely. No new road tools, surprisingly.
But you got something most music these days ain't. Let me guess. Lineage traced back to the great Haydn himself? Let's see here. Y'all got soul. Yes.
Well, we could come off
A
this
great
interchange.
soul
Intersection, not really an interchange.
My sisters say
There we
whoever
go.
got playing the keys got
And maybe we rejoin this road over here.
But I told her that ain't
And we make it all nice and wiggly to get there.
indeed. That must be most exacerbated. Classical music has been
Beautiful.
since the time of the early
Little through road there.
contrast is no entirely modern.
And do we want to put any offshoots? I'm maybe here we could fit one. Yeah, behind these guys maybe.
Interesting news from the city's export division. Sources tell us that our city has more services than we know what to do with.
And you know what that means for.
Another thing you see often
Running things close enough.
in
No, the point
real
is we're
life
selling
is there will just be a random road on an otherwise quiet street
Too much of a good thing.
that just goes kind of like this actually, but I don't want that there. That just goes off and has houses on it for some reason. So like, I'm trying to find a good spot for it.
But
Maybe on this side?
all good news. We're joined today by a
Maybe not.
guest, Professor Nutt.
This is actually kind of already doing it. We could just continue this road on down.
Humans are programmed to desire certain representations.
God, I can't believe this. The ad that's playing on the in-game radio right now, I've heard so many times playing this game for hours.
For example, consider capital.
One final question, Professor.
That is a lot of German in chat right now, guys.
Be richer.
Can we cut down on the German?
Certain metrics, perhaps, yes, in the short term.
I like the
It's funny because the guy on the radio in game right now is also German. I'm being German overloaded right now.
And its effect on the human.
Thank you, Professor.
It is a question of priorities.
We're expecting unseasonably high temperatures across the today. It's quite a heat wave out there. Moms, make sure the kids don't stay out in the sun too long.
So apparently there's a heat wave
And
going on
remember to stay hydrated.
in the game, of course.
Sure am glad the station has AC.
German main and War Thunder. Good for you, man. I for one don't like playing as the Nazis. I guess that's just me though. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Well, I'm not kidding that much actually. I like playing as the British in War Thunder. Mostly just because the Spitfire and Typhoon are like the two best aircraft ever made. Now, do we seriously not have any power issues right now? Yeah, we're still good on power. We're good on water. We could actually be trading some water. Where's our external connection for water? Do we have one? Ooh, doesn't look like we do. Can we not trade water? Bummer. It's the Bundeweser, not the Nazis. I don't know if that's better. You want to talk about shitty tanks? The US in War Thunder, at least when I played it, had the worst tanks until like tier 5. So unless you spent like 60 bucks, which granted as an adult doesn't seem that bad because it's a free game anyway. But unless you spent like 60 bucks, you were, and I was also not good at the game because I was a kid, but grinding like, oh my God, who knows how long. I never even got close to tier 5 tanks, I don't think. Except in Germany, because they had the only tanks that were good at low level. At least back then, and maybe the USSR. I just remember the USSR had those funny tanks, and the US had that, I think it was the M3 Lee, the one with the 2 turrets on it. So America was like, you know what's better than a tank with 1 turret? Tank with 2 turrets. Where is this truck going? Yeah, so you see this is a bit of an issue that we have these trucks that come off the highway and go through our town in order to get to the industrial sector here. So a highway connection would be good if we were making money, but we're losing it again because all the services we just placed. L3, not M3. Isn't it weird how everyone has played War Thunder? Like we're in a Cities Skylines II stream, and everyone here, right? There's like 6 viewers, and everyone here is like, yeah, I used to play War Thunder. I think War Thunder, man, you might be the only one that still plays War Thunder. M2A2 is the 2-turreted one. I just pressed X to hide the trees like I was playing OpenTTD. It's my body telling me something, I think. Do we hate this? Do we hate this road layout? Let me get down here. Yes. Yes, we hate this. I think what I do... Oh my goodness me. I'm so sorry about that camera's pan up. I think what we do is we just kind of follow the main line here. I'm gonna redo this a little bit. If you're wondering, I keep hitting V instead of B. B is for bulldoze, V is for city metrics for some reason. That's good enough. It's really not. it's really not good enough. Sorry for just breathing in my microphone there. There we go. It's a little bit better. Little bit better. This is all going to be housing once I get happy with the road layout. I think we do a little right turn there. Then we go in. Oh, Janik, you do play War Thunder, huh? Well, you guys play more than I do. I might pick it up again one day. I think I recently installed it on my Xbox, as I mentioned, but I haven't really played it. It's one of those instances where it's like, I'm probably going to want to play this one day. But then, unfortunately, the day never came, and it's just been sitting installed on the Xbox. Oh, Seabreeze Lane is such a lovely name for a road. I think playing with a squad, I haven't played War Thunder with a squad in years, since like when I was a kid playing it. But that being said, I have played a lot of it solo, and I still have pretty decent fun playing solo Thunder. I like the the quote unquote early game of a realistic battle when everything's chill and quiet and you're just flying your plane for like 20 minutes to reach the enemy. And then in your first encounter with the enemy, you go on to a head-on and they just blow you out of the sky immediately. That was always my favorite part of War Thunder. Or if you didn't want to do that, you could just spend 40 minutes side climbing on the boundary of the map, and then finally get up to like, I don't know, let's say 8,000 meters, 9,000 meters in your plane that was built in 1938. Fly into the center of the map, and there's like a BF-109 at 16,000 meters somehow, and it just dives on you and you explode immediately. That's the extent of my experience with that game. These paths are going to be replaced. Don't you worry. These are just here to control the zoning. How goes the citying? Sorry, Gladiator. I missed that you had joined. Yeah, no, rest assured, these paths are not staying. This is so that I can control the zoning. This ensures that when I do this, it builds the houses on Summit Lane here instead of the other road. Yeah, I get that, Janik. It's a fun game. War Thunder's a really great game. And it's free, so... I mean, how much complaining can I really do? Gladiator, if you're just joining, we're building houses now on the slightly higher land value side of town. So these homes have a bit more space. And they're a bit larger as well. Although that is not how I wanted those to build. That might not be connected. Ooh, a new signature building. Oh, a bunch of new signature buildings. Suburbia. This is indeed Suburbia. That makes me think of the Rihanna song, Disturbia. You remember that one? You guys listen to a lot of Rihanna? I know my Estonian friend who grew up in Greece listens to a lot of Rihanna. Hopefully that connects. I think it is. Ooh, hopefully that one connects. This definitely wouldn't if I'd built that there, but we'll try. Well, no, actually, we're not going to try. And I had a plan for this little side road. I wanted to put a little house on the end. Now that is some suburban sprawling. Let's throw a commercial building or two. Or 4, 3. Wow, still so much residential demand. Do all that and it's barely makes a dent. Okay, now that we have all the homes in, we can get rid of all these silly pathways. And it just ruined all of that zoning. Really? Why? ¿Por qué? Maybe I keep it just for now until they finish building. You guys gotta put more Rihanna in your soundtracks. Maybe not Disturbia. I can accept that that song isn't for everyone. But Umbrella? Hello? Awesome song. Under my umbrella. And then what's the other one? Hang on, I got it. Let me open up my Spotify. I got a load of. And by a load, I mean I got like 3 Rihanna songs saved. Desperado? Needed Me? Oh my god, these are all bangers. Looks like the sun is setting, which means it's time to get down to 30 frames per second.
A driving advisory has been issued for the immediate area due to poor road conditions.
This will look nicer, I think, when we fill it in with trees. We could put another house in here.
The streets until conditions improve.
And we could put another house in here.
Service announcement.
Maybe there. And we won't put one there. Put one there. Put one there.
Magnifico. Beanie.
This is the cheaper side of town. And now that I look about it, look at it. We actually had all this space waiting for us to zone this whole time. I've been neglecting it.
Here on Second Moon, J. Thomas Hornbuckle here, bringing you a transcendentist experience. Stay here, stay tuned.
Is this?
We're live.
Yeah, that looks right.
We're getting reports about a traffic accident somewhere in the city.
Road maintenance services have already been dispatched, and traffic flow should return to normal. But if you're planning a quick trip out,
Build a coal power plant?
wait a little while until
Yeah,
everything clears up.
you know, War Thunder Man, I'm starting to think you don't have my best interests at heart. You're like, hey, you're losing money. You should build like one of the most expensive things to maintain that the game lets you build. But I'm sure you mean because we can export all that power. Power.
That's not exactly what an increased death rate measures.
Either way, if everybody is dying.
Well, let's just fill all that in.
That's a wild.
Let's
Are
do
you
that.
trying to make
Let's do that.
Panic? She said panic. The death rate is skyrocketing. We've got to get out of here.
you go?
Sunset.
I'll stay and clear up
We
the
are
mess.
having employment issues again.
After this.
Oh, and we have no low density demand, so they want some more medium density. They want some low density structures. You got a track suggestion for us? Jamming Fisher rework. Is that a remix?
And remember to stay hydrated. It's gonna be a hot one. Sure am glad the station has AC.
Don't hate on War Thunder Man, because we probably could make money with a coal power plant, because it would generate an excess of power. And we could sell that, but we're already selling our excess power. And our upkeeps are really what's killing us right now. In particular, you know what it is I forgot to cut the funding for everything that we just placed. This is going to help a lot. We have 637 people in this town. We don't need full funding to the police department. Oh, it's a remix of Jammin'. That tracks now that now that I read it out loud. Cause we jammin'. Nice big house right here. Very kind of run down looking house though. Ooh, they got a barbecue under the awning. Very bold decision there. What's new in here? Okay, I mean, what do we're still... Grand Village is when we get low density structures Parks and Rec. Still no road tools. Where are the damn road tools? Maybe I have it already? No, I don't. Oh, unlocked. Oh, progression nodes. Oh my god. Okay, I forgot about these. Yes, give me large roads. Give me parking. We have 1 point left. Oh, I completely forgot about these. Crematorium seems like a good one to have. Okay, well, we have all of our roads unlocked. Now, here I was like a dummy. Good night, Janik. Thanks for tuning in. I know it's probably like 7 a.m. over there. Good time to go to bed. Well, Gladiator, we're not playing on... Oh, sorry, Janik. You're not the one going to bed. Our Estonian friend from Greece is going to bed. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to be ending the stream in about an hour. We'll be going for 3 hours is the target here. Yeah, Janik's staying, even though it is probably about 4 a.m. over there, or 5 a.m. But welcome to the party. Anyway, you know what time it is. It's time to get rid of some traffic lights. Let's get rid of these. Let's get rid of these crossings, because there's no pedestrians over here. I think I built traffic lights there by accident. Yay, now we have free-flowing traffic. And we'll clean up that intersection. This is my favorite part of the game. I love managing the roads. Like, can we get rid of these crosswalks? There we go. I really can't stand the game stuttering. 4 a.m. cheeseburger. Yes. We love cheeseburgies. No traffic lights there. I think maybe... Are people actually making left turns here, I wonder? Where are you going? Yeah, I don't think anyone's making left turns there, so I'm going to say no left turns. Because you could just take this road. And I'll leave the traffic... Yeah, I'll leave the traffic light there. This one... Yeah, we could leave it. I mean, obviously none of these roads are, like, being problematic. Can get rid of some of these crosswalks, though. I just put one crosswalk on the intersection, especially the busier ones. Or when they're that close to each other, you don't need two. Like this doesn't need 2 crosswalks. This doesn't even need a traffic light. We're just gonna say no left turns on that road. And we're gonna say no left turns off the main road too. So those are only right turns. I'm fine with that. We'll keep the light here, I'm thinking. I know we don't strictly need traffic lights in some of these locations, but I think it's realistic to have traffic lights in some of these locations, and so I'm keeping them. Realism comes first for me. I just got a notification from my phone that says it's time to go to bed. But guess what we're not doing? All right, let's go back over here. Because this is an interesting little intersection we have going on here. I'm thinking what we do... Oh, I did not unlock the highways, but I could use the alleyways for now. What we do is we give them a little turning lane. Yeah, like that. We'll do the same thing going this way. Not strictly necessary in this direction, but doesn't hurt. Unless it looks super ugly. Okay, I did not mean to destroy the entire connection there. I guess we'll just keep it on one side because it's kind of being a pain in the ass. Oh my god. Oh, because I have anarchy on? Wait, what? Where did the anarchy come from? All right, now I just got to rework this. So The way this is going to happen is no traffic lights anywhere. We're going to say no right turn there. Obviously, you can turn right using the dedicated lane. Dedicated lane is going to have no left turn. You guys need to be able to get onto the highway. No traffic signals there, and no pedestrian crossing in either of these spots. I'm trying to get rid of that one, it won't go away. Oh well. Now my PC will survive. Yeah, what do you, this place is not British. This place isn't even remotely British. I don't want to hear none of that. Something's not right here. Why is there like a sign in the middle of the intersection that says 35? That's not right. Let me replace that with what though? Double. Dude, asymmetrical maybe. No, we'll do a 2-laner there. Just try to line everything up. We'll do the asymmetrical one coming this way. Yeah. Like that. This is a little wonky, but it's gonna be wonky. Yeah, you saw the British pub unlocks just happen on every map. If this gets really busy, or rather when this gets really busy, I can add a jug handle, because I can't wait to talk about jug handles. Why can't I get rid of this crosswalk? Whatever, they're not slowing down for it, so I'm cool with it. Oh, you know what I could do? I could do an asymmetrical 4-lane over here. Yeah. Well, no, not that much. Not not that many lanes. Yeah, like this. There we go. Yeah. No. Well, maybe. No. This needs to scoot over. Okay, I could buy that. And then if we go lane connector, we say don't be doing that. There we go. Something like that is what I had in mind. So you have the dedicated turning lane, you have the straight lane, and then they merge, and the guys coming off the highway can just go. Cool, cool, cool. I mean, this should eventually be a 1-laner, but look at our trucks. Look at the truck go. What do you say we do a little cab ride? So this is a double truck, or at least it's 2 containers. See, our gross vehicle weight here is, I guess, 67,000 pounds. Curious if that's per container here. Probably. Oh, looks like it is. Q-cap. Yeah, I don't know what Q-cap means. Cubic capacity, perhaps? And then here's our little main street of town. Lots of trees, lots of very old trees, which is a little, maybe, less than realistic. For such a new town, at least. And it looks like our new neighborhood has settled in nicely, or our extension, our suburban sprawl. Could fill in this area with some houses. The demand is back up. It looks like there's still a need for employment, for labor. I can actually look at this menu for once now. Okay, I'm sure there's something in here that's like employment. Homeless? Do we have homeless people? Well, we did. No longer. Jobs. Unemployed, rather. Yeah, okay, so they're complaining about employing, like, not enough employees, but we have like 5 unemployed citizens. Come on, guys, get to work. I'm glad you think the place is cute. I think it would be nicer in the daylight. It's still 10 p.m. here. very close to the time in real life for me. It's 11 p.m. in real life, that is. It's a quaint little village. It's called Nighttown because I'm not remotely creative. Well, we have strong demand for everything, at least. Let's, you know what I'd like to do? I want to mirror this little cul-de-sac operation we have going on here. So I think I'll do that by having something like this. Some homes are going to be lost, but that's the price you pay for progress, and I'm sure they understand. Barfield Lane. We could continue that street.
You're tuned into
Up.
Second Moon, the channel
And
for the
straight.
classics never grow old.
Game stuttering on me.
Recently been having what some are
It's making me sad and depressed.
That's right. Today we are talking about the increased likelihood that you'll die.
That's
It's increased likelihood that you'll die.
bitrate measures.
Either way, if everybody is dying, that gives me the creeps.
That's a wild overstatement. Are you trying to make people panic?
Hey, did you say
Gladiator, what time is it over by you?
Death rate is skyrocketing. We've got to get out of here.
You go, I'll stay and
I feel like everyone knows where everyone lives now, except you haven't spoken up yet. Come on now, it's just give us full name and address,
And you know what that means.
email and phone as well if you don't mind.
Close enough.
Well, no, the point
I'm sure
is
you don't mind.
selling it and bringing money into local
British, yeah, figures. I don't have anybody watch my videos that's American. That's not true, actually. I have lots of American viewers that watch my videos. None of them watch my streams. It's weird. Ooh, I left some paths in here. Okay, that's a little bit of development. Let's put a curvy bit in here, maybe. Americans might hate live streams. I'm American, though. I feel like I kind of fuck with it. That's actually not true. I also don't really watch live streams. I watch the VODs for live streams. You know, you might be onto something, Gladiator. Is this like personal research you've conducted? Or are you just pulling this out of your ass? Yeah, you're right. You're right. I don't watch them. I only just started doing this, to be fair. I watch the VODs on YouTube of streams. Gosh, I never really realized that. It's very accurate. My source is that I made it up. Well, you're very confidently making things up right now. Maybe we should actually take a look at that decals menu that I have. Keep opening by accident this thing here. We got turnpikes, we got road markings. We have, oh, these actually work now. For the longest time, these would never load when I would try to open them. So I could put like a Starbucks ad. Oh, that's what used to happen. All right, let's not play with that menu anymore. Glad the game didn't just crash. What do we think of this path here? I think it's kind of weird. But it's kind of necessary also. Oh, I opened the scary menu again. I think I'm going to try to make it come out this way and then go over. For some reason, that feels better to me. I can't really tell you why. Why are you complaining? There we go. Burger King. King of the burgers. King of beers. That would be Budweiser. I don't know. I thought a diamond might look nice. Alright, screw all of that. We're gonna make this work though. First of all, I need to keep replacing that. I think we're just gonna go kind of like windy with it. Yeah. Sure. Slightly better maybe. And do we want maybe we want a connection here. War Thunderman, I didn't delete any streams. I may have, however, unlisted some of them. If you're talking about the Blossom, whoa, just punched my microphone. If you're talking about the Blossom stream, I can send you a link to it now. It's gonna upload tomorrow morning as a video. So what I usually do is I hide the stream, like the actual live stream, and I upload the VOD. But there's the link to it if you want to go watch it. Oh my god, you actually got your 4 a.m. cheeseburger? I'm so proud of you. You show that gut who's boss. Who needs time to digest before sleeping? Not this guy. I can't believe how much demand we still have. I'd like to maybe build some more row houses over on this side of town. And I think we're going to go with a design kind of similar to this. Yeah, this lot's kind of filling up, to be honest. We also did unlock parking lots, but these have upkeep costs. Like a lot of upkeep costs that I don't want to pay. You can really screw yourself over placing a load of parking lots. Bicycle stands are cool. I did not know these existed. Yeah, I'll place a bicycle shelter. This seems pretty reasonable for row housing. And these have no upkeep, right? Yeah. And I get XP for each one of these I place for some reason. You'll stay awake until 8 p.m. I'm not sure I follow, but I respect the hell out of it. Oh, I thought I was clicking and dragging there. It was just DLSS lying to me. These are really cheap. And just to clarify, these do not have upkeep. Yes, okay. Just making sure. Let's get some more shelters. Now, in the downtown area, this is our cemetery. We could put some here. I know there was a thing about bike traffic being kind of funky in the game for a little while there. We're gonna see if it's... I might be like kind of screwing myself here, but I think it'll be okay. Let's kind of litter these around. No one's biking to work, right? We don't need... Fine, I'll put some over here. It's like the poor man's bus stop. Although, not so in today's economy. It's probably more expensive to buy a bike than ride the bus for like a year. I'm gonna take a sip of water. Give me one moment here. Some tasty, tasty water. No tea today. We're going with water. Anyway, back to what I was planning, which was the expansion of some medium density housing. We have this road right here that we could spur an intersection off of. It's just like, what are, like, I think I want them to be this ways, just to break up the monotony that we have going on over there. And I want parking. So what if I upgrade this road to have parking? I wish I could just do the one-sided parking because it looks so much nicer with parking on one side. That is available from one-way roads only. Alright, well, maybe next time I stream the game, I'll take a look if I could find that one-way parking mod. Or the network. Like the custom network mod that I am so used to playing with. So the idea is that this will be a row of row houses here, and then behind it I would like another row of row houses. Oh god, excuse me. These will be maybe pretty big ones, so I could go like 4 long, something like that. And punch you through there. No, I broke it. I broke the grid. Okay, I gotta turn on the correct snapping, which I think is that. Nope. This is it can be a little finicky like this. You'll get it though. You just gotta keep trying. There we go. Can I get this side? Yes. I didn't maintain it though. See the broken grid? So strange how that happens. Maybe if I used an alleyway instead. One more attempt here. I think maybe if I turn on constant slope. Nope. Let me try one more time because I'm so close to getting it. That's gotten that side. That's gotten almost... There we go. See, that's why you just gotta keep trying, because sometimes it just will randomly work. I think it's one grid. And then I just need to use my my pavement path trick to break out those. Yeah. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Now we can get some row houses in. I want them on both sides. Not yet. Maybe at some point. Just gotta be careful that they actually all face the right way. Ooh, and they're not. That's fine. We can just... Yeah, we just demolish them until they do. It's a little hard to see with the DLSS. I'm trying to get the openings to all be on the side of the road with the parking. There we go. It'll be very abundantly clear if they are facing the wrong way once they build. And this is the only one. There we go. Nice. Nice. It's probably nice, mate. I said I wouldn't do the German accent. I didn't say anything about... Oh, whatever the hell that was. Okay, too many things open there. How are we looking? Got some row houses coming in. Do I want another road back here? Maybe we just do a wide pedestrian path. So we'll do something back here just because it looks like it needs something. And then this is the school and some commercial. We'll get a bit more commercial in this area. Right next to this elementary school. I mean, this is obviously a very busy or large road, high capacity area over here. We throw a couple of small buildings on the other side of the street here. Well, that's our demand, like, kind of nuked. I love fucking nice, mate. Fucking bloody fucking nice, mate. No regrets. Can I move this? I can. Let's move you right next to the sewer outlet. No, let's move you ooh, a little peninsula over here maybe. Oh, road is required. I didn't know that. Oh, there's not enough water over there. It would cost $6,000 to do this each time? Yikes. Let's just put it back. All right, come on. Yeah, there we go. A row housing. You hear the crickets? I'm going to fast forward a little bit here just because kind of sick of the nighttime. Can't see my city in all its glory. Although I will place some trees down so that when daytime comes, we can be like, ooh, it's so nice. Look at all the pretty trees. That's the idea, at least. Yeah, we need a spruce. Like Billy Joel said, Bruce, except with an S. And fill in the oaks. Fill it in with the oaks. The oaks are the big ones. Just holding down left mouse here. Well, we're making lots of money. We're actually, we should chill out probably. And kind of like focus on making money for a little bit. Because we started with $1 million. And while we are profitable, we're not really... Oh, we are actually exporting. Well, we're exporting a ton of wheat or grain. I don't know what the... okay, production, consumption, surplus, and deficit. Production, consumption, so we have a surplus of all this stuff. Okay, I get it. Yeah, I get it. So this green bar is the blue bar minus the orange bar. Ooh, look at that, pretty. I think that's how that is working. Oh, and we unlocked districts a while ago. So I can start painting some districts. Oh, we did not unlock districts, sorry. The city's pretty efficient. I mean, we cut funding for all of our city services. And plus, look at these lovely trees. Well worth spending all that money. We have someone using our public paths. Am I drunk? I wish I was drunk. No, I'm stone cold sober right now, my friend. Are you drunk? No, I'm Swiss German. I'm not drunk, I'm just Swiss. I'm not Swiss, I'm saying what Janik said. Do I sound drunk? Do you wish I was drunk? I can get drunk. I can't get drunk. It's too late for me to get drunk. It's 11:30. I don't really drink a lot of beer, but I have a lot of beer in my fridge because I don't drink it. This is a nice town. Oh, there's beer near Janik. Don't worry about that. I have like 24 Modelo's in my refrigerator. I could go crack a Modelo as a little nightcap. Actually, it doesn't sound that bad. I'm gonna go crack a Modelo. I'll be right back. I'm not... Yeah, doctor, I have a beer every other night, but it's not my fault. It's the stream chat's fault. They coerced me to be an alcoholic. I ran out of water anyway, so it only makes sense. Ah, Modelo time. Drunk city planning. He takes one sip of alcohol and he's already drunk. How'd this lot fill up so much? And why are there so many motorcycle drivers? And this is like a $25,000 motorcycle. Now, see, Gladiator, Janik's not drunk. He's just Swiss, and also it's like 4 a.m. there. First time chatter, the linker. Yeah, we love peer pressure. Why don't you guys peer pressure me into making this city better? Oh, we're making a load of money now, at least. And it's pretty. I think I'm doing a fine job. It's fine. It's small. Gotta continue this road. Oh no, remember how I was saying how I'm kind of gassy? That's... The Modelo's not gonna help that, so prepare yourselves. This seems like a highway connection waiting to happen. Look, we're not gonna endorse drunk driving. This also seems like a highway connection waiting to happen. But this is not a very big road, but we could make it a big road. This is gonna be a mess. Yeah, this is already a mess. Brookhaven Street. So everyone wants to turn left to get out of town. Well, we could make it asymmetrical, or one thing we could do right away is get rid of that pesky pedestrian crossing. No one's even on this side of town. Well, should I worry about traffic right now? No, probably not. What was our peak concurrent viewers, by the way? We hit 9. 9 concurrent viewers at once. How's stream health? Stream health is good. Haven't looked at my Discord in a while. Got some Derail Valley coming out. Well, we got a stream uploading tomorrow, not this one. We got some Derail Valley coming out on the 16th, which is a Monday, I believe. And then this video will upload 2 days after that. Yeah, Tap Tank, you're gonna delete that message, but unfortunately, fun fact, I feel kind of bad about this. You know what I can do? I'm gonna mute you, but I'm gonna put you in timeout for 10 seconds. No hard feelings, but that should hide the message from the stream window. I don't know if that will work. Like I mentioned, I made the widget myself, so. But it's not my fault. There's a... Yeah, there you go. It got removed. Cool. It's not my fault. YouTube API doesn't have a message deleted Or I'm using StreamerBot to like refactor it into WebSockets, and it doesn't have an event for message deleted. Fun fact, it actually does have an event for message deleted, but it doesn't it doesn't do anything. But the banned user works. So I made it so that if I ban a user, even if it's just for 10 seconds, it deletes all their messages. So sorry, Janik, I just deleted all your messages because you have to respect your fellow chatters, my friend. But welcome back. It's been 10 seconds. Yeah, the linker, I don't think you were here when I started the stream, but I had mentioned I'm doing a 3-hour stream here, and I know for a fact I have spent 3 hours in this game working on one intersection. So trying really hard to not do that this time around. If someone deletes their message, they deleted it because they didn't want people to see it. So don't go saying what they said, you know? Nothing personal. What's a billion-dollar company? Modelo? Certainly not my city management skills. All right, I'm gonna do a second highway connection over here. Oh no, actually, before I do that, I'll place more roads.
Recent spikes in demand have
God.
led to temporary local shortages in the city's fresh water supply. The public should...
Yeah, I'm gonna do some more road building, which should give me some more XP. Hopefully I could buy some highways with that XP.
This
No.
is Second
See-
Moon Radio classical for the modern
Please
age.
stop interrupting
Unlike
me.
most modern.
A housing shortage is driving.
We've recently.
Warm temp...
Really? There we go. Sorry, yeah, YouTube, billion-dollar company. They have, sorry, I was really struggling to form my thoughts there. They have a remove message API, like it's there. It's just the middleman that I'm using is called StreamerBot. And what StreamerBot does is it takes the YouTube API and it hosts a WebSocket server so that when you're streaming, it will take those YouTube API events and convert them into WebSocket, which granted is kind of overkill for me because that's useful if you're getting like hundreds of messages per minute or something. But I wanted to use it because I'm familiar with JavaScript and it's JavaScript. And so that's what I'm using for the chat messages. And in StreamerBot, this isn't an issue with YouTube, it's an issue with StreamerBot that they don't have the YouTube message deleted event working properly right now. And it's documented on there. Well, actually, it's not documented. It's discussed on their Discord that the API doesn't work. But what does work is banning users. So that's what I do instead. If someone needs to get their messages hidden. So like I said, no hard feelings. It's just how I remove messages. Thankfully, there's a 10-second option, a 10-second ban. So it can be a big old nothing burger, really. Peak workaround, thanks, man. You know, I try really hard. I actually did, though. Spent a lot of time. I have mentioned I'm a software engineer. I do not mind spending lots of my time doing little projects like that. I find it quite fun to make custom solutions. Plus, it gives me like all the flexibility I'd ever need. Because as long as the APIs are available, I can do whatever I want. For example, if I tab out of here, I don't know if this will work, but I could try like new browser is going to be poll window. You probably see something funny on the screen right now. We're going to say HTTP local host. Oh, it's not running. In fact, I'm surprised the chat's working because I'm also not running that process. Well, anyway, whatever. Enough of that. Back to the game. I'm working on a poll widget as well, which is a lot more complicated, but also pretty fun. I wanted to preview it, but I don't have like Visual Studio open, so I can't run it. It's a local front end thing, and I don't want to go opening PowerShell and like starting processes and stuff when streaming. But you'll see one day. No doubt in my mind. How does my beer taste? I don't know, because I haven't sipped it in a while. Let me take another sip. Yo, War Thunder, man, you really like pocket watching, dude. Gotta get your eyes off my pockets, man. Mine to worry about, not you. This guy's like, hey, by the way, you're broke. Like, thanks, dude. We love you, War Thunder, man. I wouldn't have it any other way. Nah, we need, it's okay, Janik. We need someone to keep me in check. I'm not joking. Like, I do genuinely appreciate it because sincerely, if War Thunder Man wasn't there to be like, hey, you're broke, then I probably would just keep doing things that don't make money. Like planting trees, for example. It's a nice song. Come on, why won't you zone? There we go. The games we play to get proper zoning. It's too bad that mod doesn't work. This is kind of relaxing, by the way. Just sort of like zoning these strange paths while you guys flame me for being broke. Looks like the terrain goes a little uphill over here. You seeing that? You seeing what I'm seeing? Who the hell are you? Mm-hmm. Is this your car? Yeah. Well, I would place some parking lots if I wasn't broke as hell. You know how we could alleviate... Ooh. More British pubs. Church, inn, and restaurant. Looks pretty British. Oh my god. It's Welsh. I had a Welsh commenter. I had a Welsh commenter once. He said some things in Welsh, and I was like, cool, man, that's cool. You know, I agree. Probably. I wanted to, so there's this Brookhaven Street here is going to get a lot of traffic, as you can see. This is a major connector here that's only a 2-lane road. I could probably alleviate that with some new connections here. So if I were to take this road, just run it through there. Ooh, and you know what I could do? I could come across like this. Yeah, kind of okay. Definitely don't want a traffic light there though. We'll keep the pedestrian walkways. Are you really the Welsh commenter? I thought your name looked familiar. That's so funny. Oh man, I didn't know you were here. I would have been more polite when I was talking about you. I'm gonna spend a stupid amount of money here and build a pedestrian bridge. Why is it so tall? Can it be, there's height increment. Yes, elevation step. Okay, let's do like 2.5. Don't tell War Thunder Man that I'm doing this. It's gonna be like, you gotta stop spending so much money, dude. All right, and then we come down to ground level. What do you mean invalid shape? You see the vision? Bring this one down, connects in perfectly. And what this means is that we don't need a ped crossway at all over here anymore. They just take the fancy bridge I made them. That is so unrealistic. Oh God, I hate it. I'm gonna keep it. I'll keep it. I'll keep it. But I do kind of hate it. Didn't I demolish these and replace them with smaller ones? They built like equally tall ones. Whatever. Well, I don't like that they're the same. You know what I can do now is I can recolor it. Maybe. What's it changing? Oh, it is coloring it. Okay, cool. Let's go. This one's like brown. I kind of like the green. Yeah, we can go green. A nice big green building there. Linker, say something in Welsh. I don't believe that you're Welsh. You have to prove it to me. I'm gonna sip this beer. I got like a full beer here now. Guys, compliment me on my chat widget. It took me a week to make that. I can't. I have to get rid of this. It's the ugliest thing I've ever seen. We'll keep the road there though, because I think that will subtly improve the traffic situation. Janik, I said Welsh, not Russian. Why is there a random path over here? Oh, probably because I wanted to build on this side. See, Janik, you're deleting messages, and unless I ban you, it's just gonna be there. Look, I was flaming you that time. I have no idea what Welsh looks like or sounds like. All I know is that that we got this. So we need the linker. It's I don't know how to even pronounce this. I know it's not. I know the Y is not pronounced E. Is it like Spanish? Is it like E moquin du pub? City's kind of coming together. What's our road situation looking like? Traffic? A little busy over here. There's no way. Look, I respect the Welsh, but there's no way there's a Welsh word that is spelled YDW. I refuse to believe that. Is there just no vowels in your language?
Sheep and red. You never know what you're gonna get, and you never will unless you come find out.
We're so close to leveling up here. I need 50, I need 48 more points. You know what I could do? I could place some more bike racks. These are bike lanes. Neat. Where the hell were those bike racks, though? Parking, I think? Yes. There we are.
Naughty Nan down with a plan. Spinning platters
Ooh,
fast
bicycle,
as these
large
old
bicycle
boys.
shelter.
Don't touch that dial.
While we're not in the business of
We could put one of these in.
there's a widespread concern over
There it is.
underground
100K.
has seized control of the area.
Recent crime stats.
My name is the Linker. I speak Welsh.
Wave has certainly gripped our region, and it's showing no signs of letting up.
I don't like the sound of that, Glenda.
We'll be back after this. In local coverage.
Why is sometimes a vowel?
Just released their figures, and it's
As you may have
been
heard.
all around. Tourism
In
has
English.
up over the previous
All right,
year.
let's get the highways so I could start doing some road management.
Bet, Glenda. I guess
And
everybody is
buses?
figuring out that this is the place to be.
Oh, we just unlocked
Warm
buses.
temperatures across the
We could
region.
get trains going.
Everybody out there has a good one.
Ooh, parks? Oh, we unlocked parks too. We'll probably do trains. Well, actually, I'm probably gonna end the stream pretty soon here, but let's zone some more things before we do that. Let's get some offices. Janik, everything was written in runes. All the English languages. All the, well, English. But I'm pretty sure Welsh and modern English both go back to Old English. And Old English goes back to runes. Like, if you go way back. This is gonna be cool. This is gonna look like a tech office campus in the middle of the woods here. This neighborhood is very Redwood City, Mountain View, Bay Area, California, Silicon Valley. You guys should check out Rob Words on YouTube. Rob Watts. He does etymology videos. Yeah, War Thunder Man, big shout outs for learning English if that's not your native language. I'm sure English is probably most of your non-native languages, so congratulations. The only languages I know are un pochino italiano e inglese. But even that's kind of a stretch. All right, time to name some towns, I think. I'm gonna name them after you guys because I'm a big fat kiss up. So this will be a big neighborhood here. We can adjust the boundaries. And then I want this to be a little downtown region. We'll call it like here. Chestnut Creek? I think not. Garland Corner. I kind of like that name. All right, Linden Crossing. How about... I'm looking at chat. How about, hang on, I need to type this. So, War Thunder. Except, we're going to change some of it. We're going to call this Har Wonder. Har Wonder Bay. See, that's how you come up with creative names, is you just do familiar words, but move some of the letters around. This one can be Janik. This one's gonna be named after Janik, but how are we gonna make this work? This is like a downtown, so maybe we do maybe we do like a downtown Kanji. Janiksville. All right, yeah, you're right. Janiksville sounds a lot better. But Janiksville, it's kind of small for Janiksville, but I'm actually gonna make this one Janiksville. Because Janiksville sounds like a big region. Like Jacksonville. This downtown region needs to be Slamcat Bay. Nah, sorry, you don't get to choose the name of the town you're named after. The linker came up with such a banger of a name that we have to go with that one. Meow. Yes, I agree with her on demand. What to call the downtown? I'm tempted to just do Harwonder, downtown Harwonder, or downtown Janiksville. Or maybe just call it downtown for now, because that's a lot of characters. And then we have our farms. It's a cool song playing in the background. I should add a duck pond. Gladiator, you want to be named after the farms, or do you want the farms to be named after you, or the industrial park? Pepperidge Farms is a brand name. I can't do that. They're gonna sue me. I'm gonna sip my beer while I wait for you to answer, Gladiator. Farms? Okay. We have to make it a little bit Welsh. So to make it Welsh, I'm just going to type a bunch of random syllables or consonants. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. What will we do? Well, I mean, Gladiator's a little on the nose. And it's hard to move the letters around here. We could do something like Radiator. Radiator Farms. Is that how you spell radiator? Yeah, I guess that's how you spell radiator. Radiator Farms kind of has a ring to it. Then again, I don't know what the hell you just said. Unless you like Radiator. Do you like Radiator? Firm. Which one do you like? Are we doing Radiator or are we doing okay, we'll do Radiator Farms. It reminds me of like a GTA 5 region. And so we have just the industrial park here to do. Oh, sorry, Linker. I forgot you were the you're the Welshman. Sorry for mixing you in. Wait, am I wrong? Which one of you? Yeah, Linker's the Welshman. Okay, so this will be. I don't know. Are you cool with the industrial park being named after you, Linker? The stinky industrial polluted region. I'm trying to move the name over more. This can be Linker Stinker Industrial. You know what's so funny about that is I got a friend, a really close friend of mine, whose last name is Linker. Wells was a big name in the Industrial Revolution, so it works. All right, I tried to move the name off of the literal pile of garbage so that at least it won't be there, but Linker Junction kind of has a ring to it. I could work with that. So we got Harwonder Bay, we got Downtown, we got Janiksville, Radiator Farms, and Linker Junction. This is fun. It's fun. We might have to play some more of this game on stream. This and TF2 are the ones that are higher up on the list. I think I've been going for 3 hours. 3 hours and 9 minutes even. I do kind of want to play more, but I do have to go to sleep. I have to record that Derail Valley episode tomorrow morning. And it's going to take a shitload of time because I want to do a big old haul, so I'm going to have to shunt all that stuff together before... No, not Team Fortress 2. Transport Fever 2. It's on the channel. I'm going to make a playlist for the night shift, starting with the upload tomorrow. I have the Blossom stream going up tomorrow. So, see you guys then. I'm going to go now because I am pretty sleepy. Let me drop a save. Nighttown 2. And yeah, let me get a nice angle here for this so long. I'm also going to take a screenshot for the thumbnail for this video. Oh, got some lag there. Trying to find a good angle though. Yeah, I re-upload all my streams. So, ooh, I like the windmills in the distance. Oh, I should, you know what I should do? I should change the time of day to something a little less freaking terrible. That looks nice. Oh, and I hit the wrong button. God damn it. Yeah, I upload all of my streams to YouTube either a few days or so after recording them. Those YouTube schedule takes priority, so I will, like the Blossom stream, for example, was quite a few days ago, but I need to keep a cadence on YouTube so that it doesn't, the algorithm gods don't punish me. All right. That's going to be it. Nosta. Gute Nacht. Auf Wiedersehen. Arrivederci. Sayonara. Goodbye. Have a good night, everybody. See you guys next time. Join the Discord. And subscribe if you're watching this and you aren't subscribed. Anyway, bye, bye, bye.